Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. But also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Yes, captains, some things to go over, as I mentioned. So 2 ECs will be dropped, and then at the end give our conclusion. So first up, after a moment of respite from the recent events, Hugh and his crew on the Yasutuke Takake. Oh gosh, I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry. Continue their investigation. So that this brings us to a blog here, but let me note this first. This looks really, really cool. This artwork with Hugh, it really looks real, and I like that. Now this is quite long, so I'm not going to read it here, captains. I'm just going to link you this in the description below. Now, having said that, there is a bit of a note here at the end that I will highlight, which is, dear friend, I thought you'd never ask, what's the message? Signed, a loyal blade. Now, I believe that could be the next voice actor to come into Star Trek Online. I'm not sure, but the only one that does come into mind is that Samurai Vulcan from Picard. The name escapes me at the moment, but captains, if you know, let me know in the comments below. But that's kind of the only thing that comes up to mind. But I'd like to know what you think. Put that in the comments. So again, I will leave this in the description below so that you guys can go over it at your own time, because there's a lot to read there, and I'm not going to bore you with my reading. So there you go, because I can't even say this. Yasutake? That might be it. Yasutake. I might have gotten it. Let me know, captains, if I got it. Next up. Get the most out of your equipment with the upcoming upgrade event on PC. So for those captains who've been waiting to upgrade their gear, well, here you go. So captains on PC can get double the upgrade points for a limited time. So this is from March 21st. So this is the drop of this video, and it goes to the 25th, which is a different bit of a time frame, because 21st, so that is a Friday, and it goes until the Tuesday. Usually it goes from Thursday to Monday. So could this be a shift in how Decca does their weekend, quote-unquote, weekend events, and starts it on a Friday rather than a Thursday, and goes up until Tuesday rather than a Monday? We're going to have to see. But again, as I drop this video at 8 a.m. Pacific time, it'll go again until the 25th, 12 p.m. Pacific time on PC. And of course, this will probably follow, most likely, to the console bridge in about a couple weeks. So there's that. But captains, you already saw the thumbnail. We've already covered this in the previous video. Here it is. The Kiith Intel WARBIRD, equipped with an array of features that give it an advantage in combat as a hit and run vessel, is coming to the Infinity lockbox on PC. So here's another quick shot of it. For some reason, I really feel like I want to twist my head to look at it. Or it's just because it reminds me of the Derpadex, and again, this was the original design of this from Rob Probert from the video that we did yesterday. All they did was just turn the head or turn the body to create the Derpadex, but this is a smaller ship. So anyway, so we'll go here to the blog. So command the Kiith Intel WARBIRD. This maneuverable WARBIRD, coming to the Infinity lockbox on PC, has an array of features that give it an advantage in combat. Now, captains, keep in mind, any of the new ships that come out in the lockbox and or promo packs in the year 2025 will be available in next year's campaign. I know that's a long ways away yet, but just something to keep in mind. Okay? The event campaign has given us a great opportunity to grab the ships that have come out recently in a way that it's really just for free, and all you got to do is just do time investment. So kind of just think about it that way. If it's a ship that comes out in the year that you want, know that you can get it in the year after via the event campaign. So especially, and I'm just putting that out there to my newer captains. Again, here we go. Beginning on March 20th, so this was as yesterday, at the drop of this video, players on PC will have the chance to pilot the Kiith Intel WARBIRD. The maneuverable WARBIRD has an array of features. Of course, given it, again, they're repeating the same thing. And it has been upgraded with a full Intel primary specialization. And on console, this will arrive April 29th. Continue reading further on for the full details of the new Starship offering. Here's another shot of the ship right there. And again, just for me personally, I'll just put this out right now. It is not a ship that I will be getting, in all honesty. So I have the Derper decks, the legendary Derper decks. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the Scimitar. But I'm glad there's more non-Federation ships coming. But I wish it wasn't through the Infinity boxes or promo packs. But again, we know, captains, that Stowe has to make money somehow. And hopefully, those who are waiting for the ship, because again, this ship is from lower decks, now that it's in Stowe, well, here is your opportunity. So, stand tall in this Romulan vessel, which was originally designed for the Kiith. I'm going to butcher this. Mrev Hokwi? The Romulan diplomatic corps, and has since been adapted to combat military use following an upheaval in the Romulan command structure. Now, with its unique appearance, which can make it a target for the enemies, the Romulans have outfitted this small craft with a number of advantages to increase its survivability in combat. So this starship features a Commander Tactical / Intel and Lieutenant Commander Universal / Temporal Op. So here's the ship details. Of course, Romulan and Romulan Aligned, Tier 6. Must have completed the tutorial. Hull Mod 0.95, Shield Mod 1.1. 4 weapons 5, aft weapons 2, device slot 2, bridge officer stations. Here you go, Commander Tactical Intelligence, Lieutenant Commander Universal Temp Ops, Lieutenant Commander Science, Lieutenant Tactical, and Ensign Engineering. Consoles 5 TAC 2 Eng for Psi. Base turn rate is 17, impulse mod 0.2, inertia 70. Weapon power is 10 along with aux, or plus 10 I should say. Can equip, of course, dual cannons. Has enhanced battle cloak. Gather intelligence, ship mechanic, to expose either defenses, weapon systems, critical systems, and the console is Field of Prey. Experimental slot equipped with the Holobolt heavy cannon. Starship Mastery Package is that of an escort, but plus act, plus defense, plus all damage, plus critical chance, and the Starship trait is Corrosive Impact. The Admiral stats, Eng 22, Psi 41, TAC 63, special, minus 25 minutes per engineering ship. Now again, I will keep saying this until they bring it back and keep it consistent, that whenever they're showing off a universal console, and or Starship trait or whatever, have a GIF, have a visual representation, because it's been done before, and I think it should be included regardless in any blog, just so that we can see it visually, I think. So when Romulan scientists discovered that they could amplify tachyon radiation to cause a chronoton flicker, it was not long before they adapted the technology to their ships. Now, when the weapon fires at the primary target, it causes an explosion of temporal energy, which bursts out over a 5-click area and causes up to 5 enemies in the blast radius to be affected. Doesn't sound so good, but it can be, who knows. The temporal distortion causes each discharge of their weapon to damage their own ships for the next 30 seconds. Tooltip, so AoE radiation damage on the target, which can strike up to 4 other foes within 5 clicks. It debuffs affected enemies for 30 seconds. Okay, reflects incoming damage, and 120-second recharge. So it could be something. We'll leave it up to the testers to say if this is something useful. Starship trait is Corrosive Impact, so Romulan technicians have worked tirelessly to provide additional damage to any ship that exits close, I should say, making sure that their major military and support vessels can play to that advantage. So temporal energy is transferred to your weapons to create a corrosive dot effect to your weapons, which stacks with each hit on the enemy for up to 10 seconds. Again, it sounds like it's good, but you'll have to leave it to those who have the ship to test it out and let us know, especially if you're in the high end. I'm looking at you, Casual Spencer. to let us know if this is a thing that is good. Tooltip, so when decloak, 10-second buff on weapon damage, stacks with multiple hits on the same enemy. Here's the thing with me, I don't cloak and or really use a cloaking device when I fuse. I'm not gonna lie, Captain. So sometimes I do. When I'm in the scimitar, I will use its 3-piece to kind of do the whole, cloak and then fire under cloak and with the console. I believe it's called barrage, cloak barrage or whatever. That's kind of fun, kind of more for the immersion. But for the most part, I don't use it at all. The experimental weapon that it comes with is Entropic Agitator. So the Entropic Agitator, as it has become known by the Federation, is a nasty weapon which not only does significant temporal damage to a single target, but also reduces their speed, maneuverability, and most importantly, their damage resistance, making them easy prey for any predator. The weapon can be fired every 10 seconds, and the detrimental effects on your enemies last just that long. So 180 targeting arc, radiation damage for 10 seconds, 75% reduced impulse speed and turn rate, 25% reduced damage resistance rating, and a 10-second recharge. Again, just not sounding, and it would be nice, again, with a gift. Deca, let's put some gifts here so we can see what this ship is offering and see it in action. Now, it has been a while. They have not put those sort of introduction videos. Now, that is something, of course, during Cryptic's time. So hopefully Deca does that too. And we still have some devs, of course, that did those videos working there still yet with Deca. So hopefully that's something they implement in the future. It's just nice to see, what the console does, what its trait does, if it shows any visual effects to it, and just to see the ship in action would be good. So again, for me, Caps, this is not a ship that we're going to be getting, but if you're interested in it, well, here you go. Here's your chance. Here's your opportunity to grab it on PC, of course, first, and then of course on console. That'll follow up on April 29th. And if it's something that you just want to put on the list for your event campaign, well, there you go. You can choose this ship in 2026. So that is going to be the video, Captains. Do us a favor, hit the like button, comment below, let us know what you think of the Kiith or Kiith. I'd like to know. And of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge, and we'll leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.